I thought I would do one tonight because I'm kind of in the mood. And this, you're going to see when I share this with you, you're going to see how simple this is and how you're going to wonder how anyone who truly is dedicated to following God can miss this, not see this, the obviousness of this. And the reason that people can't see it is because they focus on themselves. They make themselves a bigger part of this. I've told you many times, get off the stage. This is not about you. Okay? But this is going to be obvious. And then you can do what you want to with it. There have only been two men who have ever lived. And we were wrapped up in both of them, all of us. The first Adam and the last Adam, also known as the first man and the second man. The first man is of the earth, earthy. The second is the Lord from heaven. Okay? The first Adam, through the one man's offense, the many were condemned, just as through the one man's righteous act, the many were justified. Gosh, isn't that simple? The first Adam condemned us all. God said it this way in Romans. He locked us all up in stubbornness so that he could have mercy on all. It's pretty straightforward, right? You didn't have a choice to be condemned through Adam, did you? The first Adam? No, you didn't. And guess what? You don't have a choice on whether to be justified by the acts of the last Adam. Now, I've said these verses to you before. As in Adam all die, so in Christ shall all be vivified. Christians try to make that say, as in Adam all die, but all in Christ shall be vivified. It's not what it says. Not only is it not what it says, but it doesn't align with God. It doesn't align with a being who is love and who is all wise and a plan that he might have. But again, it is very difficult for Christians to get out of their own way because they make it about themselves. We'll get back to the first Adam and the last Adam and some other thoughts about that, but you want to see somebody get mad? Go tell a Christian that all men are going to be saved. They'll get mad. Which is hard to understand, right? I mean, if salvation is a good thing, why would someone get mad that everyone was going to be saved? But it's because of that thing that I told you before. They think they have done something that others have not done. They think They accepted Jesus of their own free will, and other people were given that choice, and they didn't make the wise choice. So they think they made the wise choice, which gives them a reason to boast. Even though they would not boast, deep inside, they're boasting. And that's why they would be mad. When I tell people that everyone's going to be saved, you mean Hitler's going to be saved? Huh. You think you're better than Hitler? Again, who makes you different one from another, and what do you have that God didn't give you? And if God gave it to you, why do you take the glory for it as if God didn't give it to you? But again, they're desperately trying to establish a righteousness of their own, and that's a satanic doctrine. Again, they make it about themselves and what they do. And they want to glory in the fact that they made the wise choice. They accepted Jesus when all these other people didn't. So, and this is a side point, but I would say this to them. I would say this to Christians who said, what do you mean, Hitler's going to be saved? No way. Well, wait a minute, guy. You say, well, let me just say this. Hitler, even if he did everything that you say he did, even if he did, he burned people alive, whatever. They were tortured for about 5 minutes, maybe 10 max. You say that the God you worship now this is not the God I worship. Okay, we're not talking about the same God. But you say the God you worship is going to torture people, 70 to 80% of his creation, for trillions of years. He's going to supernaturally keep them alive to torture them. Are you kidding me? You've got to be kidding me. But this is what you teach. It's a satanic doctrine. Everything that comes out of the preacher's mouth is satanic. I'm sorry. It just is, because its foundation is satanic. Its foundation is based on a lie and a falsehood that God can't accomplish his plan and purpose. Now, back to the first Adam and the last Adam. This should make it pretty easy for you if you're open-minded at all. Now, Christians, again, unless God actually does something in their lives supernaturally, they're not going to get it. They're not going to get it. We'll see. Maybe at the Great White Throne Judgment. Who knows? But the first Adam got everybody without a choice. The last Adam is going to get everybody without a choice. Because the first Adam is not greater than the last Adam. That should be obvious. And if it's not obvious, there's something wrong with you. There literally is something wrong with you. If you think that the first Adam can inflict more damage than the last Adam can correct. Oh, but yes, the last Adam, he just gives everybody the opportunity to be saved, and then they have to accept it. You have no idea who God is. No, none. None at all. And gosh almighty, I get frustrated about this so much because there are so many people who believe this nonsense. They sit there in droves and on Sunday morning at the church believing this nonsense and teaching it. Gosh almighty, it's unbelievable to me. Of course, I was there for 38 years, so why should it be that unbelievable? I was just like them. But once you see it, you can't listen to that crap. It's like, when my family members have things and big things, they dedicate a baby or they get baptized or whatever, I'll go, but I'm not going and sitting through that nonsense. I'll go for their event and then I'll leave. And the one thing that I want to make sure of, I'm not giving legitimacy to something that is not legitimate. Not going to. Not going to act like it is, to be nice or to be cordial or to be whatever. Those people are off. And they need to know God in another way. And they will, because they're part of the all that will be saved. But not right now. As in Adam all die, so in Christ shall all be vivified, each in their own order. And that word order means class. So not everybody's coming into that understanding of the salvation of all at the same time. Clearly. Clearly, because there are 2.2 billion that have no clue about it. None. In fact, like I say, if you tell them about it, they will become angry. Yeah. The goodness of God and the fact that God does everything is a stumbling block to these people. The simplicity of the cross. Paul talks about it being a stumbling block. And it is. They can't get it because, what do you mean I don't have to do anything? I hope this is obvious to you. It should be. Gosh almighty, it should be. First Adam, last Adam. First man, second man. We're all of us are wrapped up in both of them. I love you all.